Doing car things alone can be scary. Contrary to popular belief, there was a time where I used to go do things alone without the camera. It was always a bit weird, you know? It was a bit awkward. And if you thought I was monotone, like a mess back then, I was like a fitnessgram pacer test about a decade ago. But man, do I remember my first solo car shows. And here I am, at another car show, alone. So I already accidentally went in the wrong spot and had to back up this massive trailer with these huge ass wheels because, you know, when you go to a car show, you don't really know where you're going when you go to unload, so that was great. And now I think we're going to the right spot. Only God knows, but I'm gonna turn wide to not scrape dust and wheels, or he will cry. See why people like trucks. I just feel better than everyone else. I feel stronger, larger, more in charge, more American.
Hello. Good to see you in another state.
I know, it's crazy.
All the way down to Bay 4.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll talk to you in a minute.
Cool.
I don't mind it, but it still feels a bit odd as like what it did when I was 16. I'm pretty sure that's just called social anxiety, and you just need to get through it. That includes figuring out how to unpack a trailer by yourself, organizing all your stuff, and trying to remember everyone's names over the past 13 years that have learned that you are, in fact, the guy that seems to be trailering a broken 430 everywhere. All right, so this is the first time that I've ever taken this car to a show by myself, the whole thing. So we're gonna see how long it takes for me to get this thing out of here. But it's still worth going to a show by yourself because I'm gonna explain why. Record time, 12 minutes. 15 minutes. Now let's see how we do at putting the trailer in that spot right there. I don't have a whole lot of faith. I got my pants, my cleaning supplies, a faint will to live, and we're rolling. All right, let's go. First off, going off to a car show isn't that bad. I'm blessed to have people that know me here at this car show, which is called the Modest Car Show. But I've been to others where I'm just another face drooling over a moving house payment. But man, I would say it's almost always worth it. Hey man, how's it going?
Joey.
Joey? Nice to meet you, Joey.
So, is it just the Ferrari?
Just the Ferrari,
Okay.
yeah. We had to go down a car because we're taking care of the cat at home. So it's just me today.
We have you right here in front of the garage door, so I'll get you staged.
Okay.
And then that way you can do your thing.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll get it cleaned up. I think you promised. I just haven't driven it.
You want to park it now, or you?
I can park it whenever. You want me to park right now?
Yeah, let's park it right now.
So it's right here?
Yep.
This car is so dirty. So look at this. Look. Don't hate me. It's been a crazy couple weeks. Okay? We're gonna get it set up. For those of you guys who don't know, hopefully by the time this video is out, we just dropped the Don't Abandon What's Important tee. If you guys don't know, that is a t-shirt we're doing to help raise some money for Carmel, who's going through what we would call, I think it's either by this time, either lymphoma or HIP. Either way, it's going to help us pay for the medication for that, and then we're going to be taking all the rest of the proceeds, or portion of the proceeds, and going to be donating it to a charity that can further the development of finding a cure for that, because we're trying to find a cure, but it's not here in the States. It's like over in Europe or in Mexico or something like that, so it would mean a lot. You can go check it out. I'll put the description link below, and of course, thank you so much for watching. the spot they gave me is so good. That's super exciting. Originally I was over there, and then they put me here, and I'm here to help judge some cars, as well as, I guess, just like show up. I'm not really sure how to say it. I'm not gonna say the YouTube thing, but I'm really excited. If you guys are in the Minneapolis area, you should definitely check out Drive Cartel, you know, Modest, all that sort of good stuff, because they've only been doing this for a few years, and the quality of cars just kind of taking a peek. Like, it's good stuff. This is not, I don't think this is anything to kind of cough at. I don't know if it's as clean as the old clapped S2000, but you know, she gets the job done.
This show got me recommended with Brian from Top Rank Importers. And of course I got to hang out with and meet, again, Dustin Williams, who was just excited to see unique JDM cars off camera as on. You see, following them along and trying to learn was like taking Spanish class in France, but only knowing Japanese. It was fun, but it was chaotic. And as we were going through trying to judge these cars really fast before the event actually opened, I learned so much. And then I got to walk around some of my favorite cars.
So this is this is wild. A 300ZX twin turbo, I'm assuming, and of course here's the old dyno, 757 horsepower. That's what that says. That is insane. 1991, little out there, very, very, very wild, guys. Look at that though, handing out gap tickets. This man's putting 757 horsepower of trust into some Bridgestone Potenzas. There ain't no way these guys are hooking up. I've always loved these cars. 300ZXs were always so cool because, I'll show you, one of the most symmetrical engines in a Nissan, and I just absolutely love it. Small hiccup. You can't actually do anything without taking half the car apart though, which is why these cars are rarely modified. Except for this guy, 757 horsepower. Let's go look at another one. Is this a clean Subaru? Are the fenders not rusted? Ooh, look at that. Little interesting to have different carbon fenders to the hood. Not sure I understand that too much, but of course there's gonna be a list here. 2005, and apparently it makes, we don't know horsepower because it doesn't say. Let's see, are those Works or are those Varstoens? Oopsies. It's okay, let's go to the next one. The ugliest Porsche 911, or so they say, and somebody has made it look really good. And this thing looks wild. I don't think it's an RWB kit, but it's definitely RWB inspired. Got some wide ass wheels on this thing. What I really like about this actually is he's running Michelin's, obviously, but the Porsche center caps are definitely a nice touch for the fact that it does look like a really OE plus looking car. Obviously it's not, but look at the wrap is really good. The kit's actually really nicely done. Most people do only this sort of love to 997s, 996s, don't get the love. And so to see a 996 with a little flat bottom steering wheel, a little OD green, some new headlights without actually hiding the fact that it's got the smashed egg headlights, I think it's pretty good. I would give that one a 9 out of 10. I also saw him at the season opener back in Wisconsin, which I thought was wicked. But you guys let me know what you would think, what you would rate it. Which, by the way, if you're wondering, sometimes you gotta take a leap of faith and just go do things yourself without a group of friends. Because even though it's a little scary, it's totally worth it. The owner of this car won it through a Facebook forum for 150 bucks, in case you're wondering. It's a 1991 240SX Andy. Andy was one of the guys way back in the day, 9 years ago, when I first started WCC and just started getting into it. Andy was actually one of the most common commenters slash involved people that helped me start WCC, and he wasn't even in Wisconsin, he was in Minnesota. This is pretty cool fitment. You got some Rays engineering. The color is really good. Obviously it's not a perfect car, but to win a car for 150 bucks in a Facebook raffle, this don't look half bad. Left-hand drive too, it's not a right-hand drive, so that's cool. US spec, or I'm assuming US spec, and I'm assuming this will be more expensive than the JDM right-hand drive versions in a bit. This is cool. These wheels are one of my favorite works, but not a lot of people actually buy them. They're almost always refurbished, but you can still get some of them from Work Direct. Look at that engine bay. Nothing is in there anymore. You don't need anything else. And the story of Trust and Gretty is actually really interesting too, but for the most part, I feel like I'm so used to seeing Miatas just absolutely turned into TikTok Tinker Toys. And this one looks like it actually has quite a bit of fun, either planned for it or that it does. Look at how small that steering wheel is. It's like 8 inches from corner to corner. The diversity here is really cool because you've got like a Toyota, Honda, Ford, Infiniti, Toyota, random Honda weird thing. Then you've got Toyota, Skyline, Lamborghini. There's a lot of diversity, but my favorite part and the thing that I want more people to do is bring out stuff like that. These things, I am committed that we will build one of these at some point on the channel. We have to, because they're so goddamn cool. They're one of the coolest things that you see. When you see this rolling down on any sort of boulevard, it doesn't matter what kind of car person you are, you love this. And this is a Corvette engine. Guys and gals, I'm gonna have to walk sideways by the time I'm done with this. I don't know why I love these cars so much, but I adore them. I don't know if it's just the culture or what it is, but like you can't replicate the creativity that you need to do these cars. You can't. It's not just wheels and tires. It's not just, you know, little things here and there. Look at all of what he had to do. Look at that. Got a goddamn Tesla up in here. You ready to go get some lunch?
I'm ready to get lunch.
So it's one of those things where it's like, if you do go to a car show, just like, I don't know, find people to go have lunch with. If you are going alone, like me, alone, which happens sometimes. No matter what sort of YouTube stuff you do, sometimes you just go to things by yourself. It's still worth it. This is gonna blow up for sure.
By the middle of the day, and after checking on Carmel a few times, it was time to get into judging and seeing the excitement of people as they picked up their trophies. I love trophies. I think they're awesome. I think sometimes they're a little bit overhyped, but there's nothing better than seeing somebody get super stoked that they actually won a class.
Okay, so I do have to say before anything else, it does look pretty good just sitting here. I know that obviously it's got its issues, but man, guys, I love the way that this car looks. And I got some good news coming for my 2005 style shadow tinted headlights or taillights. These things are going away and we're replacing them with something super cool from Morimoto. So if you guys haven't subscribed or you do like the old 430 series, let me know in the comments, because I think the next video we do with this is gonna be replacing the actual taillights, which seems really easy, but is anything, where are the keys? Is anything really easy with this car? And just like that, the show is all done. It was a really great show. I actually really enjoyed it. I think they did a great job. I am exhausted though. So I want to try and see if I can get the trailer straightened out so that I can get the car in right away instead of having to wait all the way to the end, which might go terrible, it might go great. But the truck that was blocking me in is gone. But I'm doing it all by myself. And sometimes doing things by yourself is the best way to learn.
There's this fuck all feeling of needing to feel accepted in any place we walk into. We want to be liked. We want to feel safe. That's just part of life, homie. We get it. I get it. But that's not just always how it goes. Sometimes you gotta take a little risk. And sometimes for people, just going to a car show alone can be a pretty big risk. But you gotta try something new. And sometimes that new thing can be going to a car show alone versus with your friends. And it'll be awkward. It almost always is. But that shouldn't stop you. Cars are a connection that allows people from all walks of life to come together to share a common passion. Doesn't matter where you come from or what you most believe in. If not all people, they just want to share their excitement that cars have brought to their lives, because it really is sometimes everything to them. So go to a car show alone. It's worth it.